Hi, I'm Amy Mahali from Be Well Clinic, and today I want to talk to you about two things that you can do every day for free to see how your health is doing. You can do this for yourself, you can teach this to your children, and these two things will serve you, helping you know a lot about your health status. The first thing is how you wake up in the morning. We should be waking rested, and I will tell you what I mean by rested in a second. But think about your children waking up. Usually, children wake up cheerful, ready to go. Their brains are working, and they are ready to start the day as soon as their eyes are open. Adults, we forget, and we think that adults just wake up tired as part of being an adult. That's actually not true. We can wake up just as rested as children, and when we're not, it's our body telling us it needs some more support. Here's the way to tell when you're not waking up fully rested, because sometimes we'll wake up not rested, but within a few minutes get going, with or without coffee even, and be ready for the day, be very functional, have plenty of energy. But the key is those first few seconds or few minutes of waking up. If you wake up and as soon as you're aware, you go, no, not already. I'm not ready for today. You are not waking rested. Your body is giving you information that it needs a little bit more to prepare for the day coming ahead. Now, occasionally we may do that because you have a really big day in front of you. And sometimes we need to adjust the day's load, or if that's happening every day, sometimes you need to look at the things in your life and see if there's anything you can take off your plate or reduce or shift out. But when we are in a state, whether or not you have too much on your plate, if you are in a state every day where your wake up thought is, I can't do today, it's too much, your body is telling you it's borrowing, it's going into debt. And if you don't work on correcting that, giving either more nourishment or better sleep or an earlier bedtime or various things, you are eventually going to have to pay on that debt with other ways in your health. So we should wake up cheerful and be ready to go within a few seconds. We also don't need to be jumping out of bed like our kids necessarily, but we do want to say, I'm ready for today. Oh, it's so lovely to lay here luxuriously for a few minutes while I wake up. That's very different than, no, not already, right? So look at that. Watch how your kids wake up. Are they waking up tired, the kid version of that, or are they waking up rested as well? You probably are not going to instantly be able to fix this, but there are some tools that you can work on. We have some over here on our channel. There's a video called the Sleep Checklist that you can watch to find out some ways to help your body to sleep more deeply or to wind down easier at night. Sometimes we need to do something as simple as moving our bedtime earlier. As I've kind of studied what does sleeping look like in a northern culture, I am here in Colorado and I consider us a northern culture. We are not near the equator, right? So in a northern culture, I see that especially in the wintertime, young children should go to bed in the 7 o'clock hour, between 7 and 8 p.m. Middle-ish children should go to bed in the 8 o'clock hour, and then older children should go to bed in the 9 o'clock hour, including adults. So we get to 13, 14 maybe, up to adults. We really should be all asleep by 10. Now there's various reasons why we're going to keep up. Maybe you have an event, maybe there's a regular weekly event, but in general, we actually really do well, and I see people do well when they hold to those bedtime timings, and that's a good place to get to. It also gives you a guide with your younger children on nap times. Do they need 3 naps or 2 naps or 1 nap? Or how long is that nap? If your child is having a hard time going to bed between 7 and 8, it's probably time to shorten the nap or move the nap earlier or go down to 1 nap. So it can kind of give you an anchor for what sleep looks like. Why is bedtime important? There's 2 ways that we look at sleep, and they're both important and valid. The first one is a good bedtime means a good wake-up time, which means a good day, and a good nap schedule, and a good bedtime again. On the other hand, a good wake-up time means a good bedtime as well. And so we can kind of start on either side, and there's going to be one place that's a little more tricky for you as a family or a personality of your child that's going to be more important, is getting them up out of bed, your teenager up out of bed by 8 a.m. or something, helping with bedtime. Great. Is turning things off and winding down after dinner with a family game, books, baths, and bed, actually helping them get up cheerfully in the morning? Great, right? So you can work on that however works for you and for yourself as well. So check out that sleep checklist video. Get to the goal of waking up rested in the morning. And that natural cortisol spike, by the way, in a circadian rhythm would be between 5:30 and 7 a.m. So if your children are such early risers because they wake up at 6, that's actually normal for the body. A well-rested body may wake up then. And as adults, you can get there where you're waking up naturally without an alarm between 5:30 and 7 because your body is ready to go. That cortisol circadian rhythm is working and you are awake and ready to go. So that's an ideal. It can take a long time to get there, but I wanted to share the goals to work towards. Also, when you wake up not rested, it is a daily indication of how good your health is. And when you make a little change and then you wake up more rested the next day, it shows you progress. Even if some other things like headaches or digestive symptoms might not be better, but waking up rested is better, that's a good sign. Keep going. All right, let's talk about the second thing that's a free way to check about your health, which is number 2, or poo, right? We poop every day, or we should, and every day that look of poop is going to tell us about health. So there's a few basic principles about poop, and let's talk about those. First off, I use, and most people use, something called the Bristol Stool Chart. This is something you can look up online. It is easy to have a printout copy in your house so your kids can learn it. The stool chart is going to show you what your poop looks like, and our goal is type 3 or 4 poops. Now, it's not wrong to have different types of poops in different situations. If you have a tummy ache or a virus, a GI virus, you're going to have a looser stool. If you're detoxing, if you ate some junk food, right? The Taco Bell runs are a real thing because your body's just dumping the trash. So loose stools don't necessarily mean bad things. If you are detoxing on purpose or detoxing from a special weekend where you maybe ate things you didn't normally eat, that is fine. Your body's doing a good job dumping it. So don't freak out if you have loose stools here and there, or even for a few weeks in a row as your body recovers from a stomach virus, for example. But we shouldn't have a norm to be a type 6 or 7 poop. You'll make sense when you look at the scale. So 3 to 4 are our goal. We want a poop that is in one or a few larger pieces. It can be bumpy or smooth, but it shouldn't make a mess. It shouldn't be a mess to wipe. It shouldn't leave tread marks on the toilet bowl. It should be able to go down easily and smoothly without being too big and without floating. When poop floats, that means it has fat in it. That means our liver needs support. You may have pale poops also if your liver's needing support and you are having trouble digesting fat, but that it comes and goes depending on what your liver is doing, how much fat you're eating. So pale poops or floating poops are both showing us that the liver is needing support, your gallbladder is needing support, and these are things like beet kvass, Epsom salt baths, castor oil packs, and rubs, things like that. Okay, so we have a poop that is type 3-4. It comes every day, up to 4 times a day. 1 to 4 times a day is normal. It should be easy to pass, take you 2 to 5 minutes or less. You have urgency, you poop, you have a feeling of complete emptying, you are done. It is sinking, it doesn't leave a mess, and you move on. That is our ideal poop, and that's the goal that we want to get to. Any variations mean different things. You need more water or more fat if it's too hard, and maybe you're detoxing if it's too loose. Okay. So those are the 2 free things that you can do, and teach your kids to do these. I am a huge fan of getting an individual wall calendar for every person in the family. Go to the dollar store, pick out a favorite picture one, and they can mark everything on it. Even young children can either put a picture of something that represents poop. You probably won't find poop stickers, but this thing means a poop sticker, or this is when they got a headache, or this is when they had bad dreams. And they can start tracking their own health symptoms on a calendar. I love this because it's teaching them, it's individualized, it's easy because the boxes and the dates are right there. Hang it somewhere that is accessible but more private for them so they don't mind putting things on it. And it has the moon cycles on it. So a lot of health symptoms will rotate based on the moon cycles and how active our parasites are, because we all have them. And it's really nice to know where the moon cycle is. And when you track things on a calendar, it's right there. You don't have to look it up later as you're looking for trends. So those are my suggestions. I hope that they are very helpful to you and your family. Teach your kids, get good at this, and use these 2 free things that check your health every day. If you like this tip, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and come back for more tips on how to take care of your body.